Good job.
Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink from science. Our main event of the evening featuring Hughes and Penn. Hughes is 5 years the elder of BJ Penn, the prodigy. BJ, 166 and a half, unbelievable at weigh-ins, which may tell us he's in excellent shape, better shape than he was for the St. Pierre fight. He has a reach advantage of 1.5 inches. Let's get it going. The wait is nearly over. Once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this UFC championship bout is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission program with Armando Garcia chief. Our judges at Octagon side are Richard Bertrand, Cecil Peoples, and Hector Hernandez. And our doctors are Dr. Van Levens, Paul Wallace, and Diego Allende. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Big John McCarthy. This event is sponsored by Punishment Athletics and also Zions Zenergy. Zenergy, great taste, extreme energy. And Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Toyo Tires, driven to perform. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 UFC warriors have now entered the Octagon, where tonight they will face off against each other once again to finally prove once and for all who is the true, undisputed UFC welterweight champion. And now, UFC fans, live from the Anaheim Pond in Anaheim, California, it's time! This fight is 5 5-minute rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, the challenger, standing in the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist who holds a professional record of 11 wins with 3 losses and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 166 1/2 pounds. From Wanaiku, Hilo, Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen, the former UFC welterweight champion of the world, the prodigy, BJ Penn! And now introducing the champion, standing in the red corner. This man is a wrestler and an MFS elite fighter. He holds a mixed martial arts record of 41 wins with 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Hillsboro, Illinois, he is considered to be the most dominant welterweight fighter in UFC history. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Matt Hughes.
All right, guys, you received your instructions in the dressing room. Do I have any questions from the challenger? Do I have any questions from the champion? Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair, touch gloves, get back to your corner. Let's go.
Here we go, BJ Penn, Matt Hughes for the welterweight championship. Wow.
That is a very focused BJ Penn. He almost looks like he's in a trance out there.
He looks crazy.
Will he try to explode on Hughes? Will Hughes try to use his hands?
He's very relaxed.
Penn swings for the fences.
Looks like he's faking a shot and coming up and throwing that big left hook. Trying to get Matt to drop his hands on the sprawl.
Matt
Hughes in on the
has
shot.
one leg.
BJ's got incredible balance. Matt trying to drag him over to the fence.
Then he will look to take him down. Well, the more Matt can control and utilize the clinch, the better off one would think he would be. But look how difficult BJ Penn is to take down by one of the greatest takedown men in UFC history. BJ avoiding the takedown so far. Matt trying to remain patient, trying to get this fight to the ground.
BJ's incredible balance. He's very, very difficult to take down. I spent a week training with this kid, and he is amazing.
I remember when you first came back from that training and you were absolutely stunned at how good BJ Penn was, Randy.
And even when you take him down, he's impossible to hold down there. He uses his feet very well. Butterfly guard, he springs back out of the bottom position.
So you had difficulty taking him down, even as big as you are, and he's 166 pounds.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And you know what? He was probably less than that at that point, because he was still fighting in the lightweight division.
Yeah, he was coming up to 170 at that time.
Hughes remaining patient, looking in his corner to Rich Franklin.
Wow.
Pat Miletich in another fight tonight, so unable to corner Matt Hughes. But Rich Franklin's there, Tim Sylvia's around, his brother's there. Hughes feels confident.
Hughes just ate a big right hand.
Returns fire with 3 nice combinations there.
How frustrating can that be, though, to Matt Hughes trying to jab, but that he couldn't take BJ down? Matt's UFC dream is not just to beat BJ Penn, but to knock somebody out.
Well, he had ill intent on those 2 punches.
First of 5 5-minute rounds. Now, many believe, although BJ came in such good condition.
Good right hand by BJ.
Oh, my! Many believe the deeper it goes, the better it is for Hughes. And if Penn's going to explode, he's going to explode early, as we saw there a moment ago.
Look at the flexibility of BJ Penn.
I think we're going to see BJ try to throw his right leg over and take Matt Hughes' back here.
Unbelievable. It was almost in the full splits here to counter this single leg attempt by Matt Hughes. Very, very flexible knees.
BJ is an absolute wizard on the ground.
It's almost like Matt is putting himself into a triangle. If BJ can get his leg through there. Wow. Very impressive takedown defense by BJ Penn. BJ Penn truly believes he's got Matt Hughes' number, and this is only helping him.
Matt with a smile on his face, but BJ has caught Matt twice. And remember, it was a big right hand that set up the submission. A lot of people talk to me, Randy and Joe, about the fact that Matt Hughes was choked out. Matt Hughes was set up for that choke by a big right hand from BJ Penn.
BJ has heavy hands. You know, ask Dean Thomas about it, ask Kyle Uno, ask any of his knockout victims. BJ's got heavy hands.
He does indeed, and that big right hand came from being on the bottom, standing over Hughes and bringing that all the way down. And dazing him.
And BJ's got crazy power. I mean, BJ's willing to fight heavyweight. I mean, the guy went and fought Machida in Japan. And
that hurt.
Oh, well,
that hurt.
In the eye. Inadvertent thumb in the eye to Matt Hughes.
Oh, wow.
You see the dizziness in Matt, that flash.
No. Wow.
Oh, no.
John right on top of it. John saw the thumb in the eye.
Let's take a look at the replay. Let's see that.
Something about that, Randy.
Oh, right in there, no doubt about it. Thumb right in the eyeball.
Well, he'll be able to take as much time as possible.
Unintentional, I'm sure, but...
One of the drawbacks of the fingered glove and not having the thumb loop like a traditional boxing glove is that occasionally you get a finger or a thumb in the eye. It just happens.
Accidental indeed, and BJ even apologized immediately. Watch it again.
Take your time. Tell me what you need.
Boom.
Do you see any solution to that, Randy? Is there any way we could somehow or another tie the thumb to the hand? Or would that just impede the grappling too much?
Yeah, I just think it would limit the grappling too much. It's just a factor in our sport that we've got to deal with. Unfortunately, we have experienced referees like Big John who sees things like that. It doesn't get past.
The fight continues. Hughes worked through the kick to the midsection from Trigg. Little thumb in the eye is not going to stop Matt Hughes.
Good knee by BJ and a return knee by Hughes.
Now Hughes turning up the tempo, looking for the takedown. His second takedown attempt here in round 1.
Thumb in the eye always gets your attention.
Randy, you know all about that. You were the victim of one of the weirdest eye injuries ever with that punch from Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, that was a very strange place to receive a cut right on the eyelid. You know, it's just one of those things.
This is twice that Matt Hughes has thought about the takedown, and he hasn't even been close to taking BJ Penn down. Not even close, guys.
This is the best BJ we've seen in a long time.
I think more than anything else, when you see him at 168 yesterday morning before the weigh-ins, you knew that BJ trained for this fight because he gassed out against George St. Pierre. Not so far here in round one.
Well, that's very interesting, Mike. Let's take a look at the replay here. There's one left hook by BJ and a jab. Matt Hughes smiles, and there's the inadvertent thumb to the eye. What I was going to say, Mike, is that BJ has a different philosophy in training for this fight. He had said that training as a professional fighter burned him out, running in the morning, then training at night, and he decided he wasn't going to do this for this fight.
We call it a Hawaiian approach.
That first was you. Keep those. Double up on the van right if you can.
BJ's brother, Jay Penn, they're all BJ. They're all baby, well, BJ's baby Jay, but they're all Jay Penn. Jay, his brother, is manager, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt as well in the corner. Second round getting set to go. Thank you, Rochelle Leah. First round, BJ Penn. Second round, we'll find out. Main event of the evening here at the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim.
Good body kick by Hughes.
I guess we're going to find out that if Matt Hughes can win by not taking down his opponent. Look at the sprawl again. Matt working diligently. Look at the flexibility of BJ Penn. Look at the
BJ is sprawling with one leg while the other one's tucked underneath him. That's crazy.
And pointing the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's like he's like getting in a heel hook as he's standing.
Oh, there's the takedown finally.
Now let's see BJ's back control. BJ immediately goes to rubber guard.
Hughes not only has Penn down for the first time, but he has him shoved up against the fence.
Penn's going to come up.
He's so difficult. As you said, Randy, not only difficult to take down, but difficult to keep down.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to pass this guard. This is a world-class jiu-jitsu fighter's guard.
Very flexible. I'll try something like that with my knee. I wouldn't walk again.
Randy, I remember when I first met you back at Ultimate Japan years ago in 1997, and you told me for a jiu-jitsu guy, the true sign of a strong jiu-jitsu guy is a man who remains so calm under duress. And that's what you see in BJ Penn, Joe and Randy. You see he's so calm in what should be or could be for many a very precarious situation with Hughes on top of you.
I think these guys have changed hats. We look at the beginning of the fight, before the fight started, Hughes was very calm and composed. BJ looked trance-like, like he was on a cat on a hot tin roof. And now it's changed around. BJ looks very composed and relaxed, and Matt with a little more fervor and a little more activity in his approach here. Combat knee attempt to pass here again by
BJ's
Hughes.
trying an omoplata on that side. He's trying an omoplata on Matt's right arm. If he can get his right leg out and switch his hips over.
Jiu-Jitsu 101. How can a smaller man defend himself from his back? Royce Gracie and the family mastered it. BJ learned the art pretty quickly, faster than any American.
The contortionist.
Matt fights through it. Fights through the omoplata attempt.
Nice elbow by Hughes on top.
Matt trying to break down BJ here in round two. Don't forget, the fight is scheduled for 25 minutes. 5 5-minute rounds. Hughes poked in the eye inadvertently. George St. Pierre, a very, very interested spectator tonight. He will get a shot at the title against the winner of the fight tonight. He's already defeated BJ Penn. He's lost to Matt Hughes.
Left hand, Matt. There you go, buddy.
Big elbows by Hughes.
This is Matt Hughes 101.
Oh, BJ's he's got his back.
Almost.
He's got his back. Can Hughes
He's got
scramble?
it.
BJ Penn trying to take the back of Matt Hughes.
So flexible.
He's got the body triangle in. He's locked it in.
This is tough to get out of.
90
Both
seconds
hooks.
remains in round 2.
He's going to shake him off. He's too high. BJ's too high. He's going to come over the top, and Hughes is going to end up on top again. Oh, he's crawling back into position now.
What's the approach for Matt Hughes here, Joe?
Matt's got to roll into him. He's got to try to back up and roll into him so that he's in BJ's guard. BJ's just got such powerful, flexible legs. It's so hard to move when you're underneath him.
1 minute, under a minute now remains in the round.
Hughes trying to fight the feet. He's got one hook out. Oh, he puts it right back in.
It's just so hard to combat BJ because you're just not used to a guy who can move his legs like that. BJ can move his legs
He's
like
under the
another
leg
man can
here.
move arms.
Hughes can come out, but he may end up
He's
in an
got a
arm bar.
triangle. He's got a triangle.
From the backside on the top.
Penn
He's got it deep. He's got it deep.
Finish Matt Hughes and win the
He's got an
title
arm
again.
as well. He's got 30 seconds.
Can Matt Hughes survive? 20 seconds remains in round 2.
He's got a triangle and he's got an arm bar.
He's trying to isolate the arm now.
Hughes trying to hold on. 12 more seconds in round 2.
If BJ,
He's gonna get out.
If BJ can pull the head here, he can finish this fight.
Can he put Hughes to sleep?
He's
No, it's not
almost
tight
out.
enough. It's not tight
Matt
enough.
Hughes is going
Into the round. Unbelievable.
What a fight! Man!
Matt's smiling as he comes to his corner.
He can't be happy.
That was close, man. You down there to the top. Close. Real close. He couldn't even walk back to his corner.
BJ did look a little tired.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Gotta keep his back flat and let him roll. Listen to me, DJ. How's your legs? All right. You win in the fight. Keep the pace, okay?
Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo scores it. Penn 10-9, 10-9. Rounds 1 and 2, Eddie gives to BJ Penn. BJ Penn nearly submitting Matt Hughes, but you could see that BJ Penn could barely walk to his own corner at the end of round 2.
When he stood up when they broke him there at the end of the round, he staggered just a little bit as he tried to make his way to his corner. Let's see what Penn has left here.
Remember, as we said before, although rounds 1 and rounds 2 in Eddie's estimation,
Hughes finding his range now. Nice combinations, nice straight punches.
BJ might have burned his legs out with that triangle attempt.
even though rounds 1 and 2 belong to Penn, everybody seems to be on the same page of saying the deeper this fight goes, the better off it will be for Matt Hughes, the cardio freak. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, the natural, Randy Couture, UFC Hall of Famer. Glad to be with you. Main event tonight from the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim.
Good leg kick by Matt
Oh,
Hughes.
that was a chopping leg kick right there.
Very nice.
Hughes is so relaxed and so composed. Nearly defeated, as was the case against Frank Trigg in their second matchup.
Boy, Hughes is really opening up. He smells the fatigue, I think, in BJ Penn.
I remember I asked Frank Trigg, I go, how come you couldn't choke him out when he was out of you? He goes, because when I grabbed the neck of Matt Hughes, it was like grabbing a concrete block.
Yeah, he's got a horse neck for sure.
Oh, nice left hook.
BJ's
Fake the
just
jab.
standing right in front of
And
him.
BJ looks fatigued. BJ does not look unlike he did against George St. Pierre come the later rounds.
Mouth
BJ's
open.
hands are starting to fall.
Hands are down, mouth open. Traditional signs of fatigue here by BJ Penn. No footwork at all. Ducks his head. Hughes is picking him apart.
And he's got 2 more rounds to go.
That's why you train for a 25-minute fight.
Nice uppercuts.
Matt Hughes starting to take control.
BJ has nothing left for a shot. I think Matt's crazy to go to the mat here. He needs to stand up.
Matt Hughes trying to take the back of BJ Penn.
Needs to stand up. Stand up.
Rich Franklin saying the same exact thing as you, Randy. Stand up.
What a victory this would be, though, if Matt can dominate him on the ground. If Matt can pass BJ's guard and take advantage of this fatigue, that would really add humiliation to this victory.
The greatest weapon a fighter can have is cardio.
To the
He's
mount.
passing.
Almost.
He's got half guard.
Watch for the elbows here now. Hughes is going to bring big elbows from this position. There's the far side, Americana.
He likes the Kimura. He's gotten it from half guard before. He got it on Joe Riggs.
Now, did you see the technique Matt used there? He covered BJ's mouth to disrupt his breathing. He's doing it again. Just trying to disrupt the breathing of BJ Penn. BJ did it to Matt earlier in the fight.
An old Maurice Smith trick. Cover in the mouth.
Matt Hughes, BJ Penn. Third round. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
He's passed now. He's in cross-side position. Trying to isolate BJ's head so he can land some clean shots.
It's going to be very hard for a fatigued BJ to get out of this spot.
He's going to trap that other arm now with his legs, and now BJ's face is going to be open.
This is how
Matt Hughes trying to finish it here in the third.
This is how Matt Hughes.
Top of the action.
This is how he finished off Carlos Newton. He loves this position.
It's a crucifix, kind of a reverse crucifix, and he just pounds away at his face. BJ wants to get out of that. He can't find a way to get out.
Hughes continuing to throw down right hands on Penn. BJ must be able to defend himself or this fight will be stopped.
John McCarthy asking BJ, come on, you gotta move. Here's the elbows.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped.
Hughes trying to finish it here in the third.
Asking him to get out, but that arm is trapped between Matt Hughes' legs. There's the end of the fight.
It is all over. Matt Hughes remains the welterweight champion.
Wow.
Hughes looked at Dana and pointed and said, I told you.
Matt Hughes loves that position. As we said, he finished off Carlos Newton in that very same spot. How sweet is that victory for Matt Hughes?
Cardio, boys, cardio. Third round referee stoppage. Matt Hughes retains his welterweight title. BJ Penn was so close to finishing the fight in the second round.
So
but you know what? So was Frank Trigg.
BJ was a lot closer. He had his back. He had that triangle locked in.
The arm isolated.
I think he just blew his wad there.
You beat him up.
Wad of cash. You're allowed to say that.
Thank you.
It's a gambling term, sir. Get your mind out of the gutter.
It wasn't there. It was Randy who looked at you weird. It wasn't me.
Randy's too wholesome to stand next to me. I gotta go in the room.
Captain America. Congratulations to Matt Hughes. Absolutely exhausted, but retaining his title. Matt Hughes, future UFC Hall of Famer. Dana White just said, you are the greatest champion ever. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 3 minutes 53 seconds of the third round, referee John McCarthy is called to stop to this contest, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Matt Hughes.
Matt Hughes, so dangerously close to losing again, and somehow he survived. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the champ. Now, Matt, this has got to be your most satisfying victory ever.
Yes, it is. I kind of wish BJ was in shape to go 5 rounds. I was looking for 5 rounds. But he either couldn't keep up with my power or he just wasn't in shape. So there you go.
How close was he to finishing that triangle in the second round?
I tell you, the arm bar was more severe than the triangle was, but you know, BJ's a heck of a fighter. My hat's off to him. I knew that I'd lost the first 2 rounds, but that meant I had 3 left over, so I knew I had a chance.
Were you surprised at how difficult he was to take down, or were you just concerned with keeping the pressure on and wearing him out?
No, I wanted to take him to the ground. I was very surprised that I couldn't, but I knew I had all my guys in my corner. They weren't with me, but they were in my heart, just like the Lord Jesus Christ was with me, so I had no doubt.
Matt, very impressive victory. Please look up at the big screen and talk us through the Mickey's replay here.
Well, I had his arms pinned like I did Carlos Newton over in England, and so he really couldn't defend himself. I just kept wondering what took Big John so long to get in there and stop it.
Do you feel that your conditioning is what won you this fight?
I think my conditioning was better than BJ's, yes.
Fantastic victory. You are the champ. What else is there for you to do in this sport? You've already beaten most of the top contenders now. You crushed the legend in Hoist Gracie. Now you finally vindicated yourself in beating the only man to take your title. What is next for you, Matt?
Well, the next is another guy on the opposite side of the octagon. I tell you, it sounds like it's going to be George St. Pierre. I hope he trains hard. You know, I once said that I couldn't beat Frank Trigg better than I beat him the first time, but I did that time as well. So, you know, George is next in line, so let's go.
Well, congratulations on a most impressive victory. All right, here's George.
I'm very glad you won that fight, Matt, but I'm not impressed by your performance, and I look forward to fight you in the near future.
What do you have to say to that, man?
That's his opinion. It might stink, but it's his opinion.
Well, I'm sure you just want to soak up this victory now and think about nothing but that for a little bit and relax and get back to training.
Okay, thank you.
Matt Hughes, ladies and gentlemen.
Randy, the Natural Couture, what a win. And up next is George St. Pierre. But first things first, Matt Hughes survived and then he finished.
Absolutely, and absolutely right. Conditioning was the name of the game here. BJ took this on what I call short notice. 6 weeks, he substituted in for George when George pulled his groin. And I thought this would be the difference in the fight, was whether or not he could weather it. And we saw BJ not in the best of shape when he fought George. He dominated the first round and ran out of gas.
Ran out of gas again. You could see at the end of the second round after he tried to submit Matt Hughes, he was out of gas. But early, it was all BJ Penn.
Absolutely. Nice straight shots. Some good punching. A lot of activity. The thumb in the eye. Absolutely accidental. It happens.
How about working through that? And then in round 2,
The
as Matt Hughes
flexibility.
said, it was just crazy.
Flexibility and balance of BJ Penn is phenomenal. And the perseverance of Matt Hughes to follow through and finally get that takedown. But give up his back in the process. Hughes working now out of this very strange triangle. But as he said, the armbar a little more threatening than the triangle choke from here.
And then in round 3, you could tell BJ Penn was done. His hands were down. Matt set him up with some shots, good striking, and then once he gains control, side control and then the mount, that's pretty much the beginning of the end.
He's got that great wrestler's base. He's hard to get out from underneath of.
John McCarthy stops the fight. Matt Hughes